Hey guys, it's your girl Lashes Tony XO. So basically we're just gonna rank 6 foundations today. So number 5 is my Dose of Colors foundation. This is Meet Your Hue. It's a foundation. It is $36. The color I picked up is 110 Light, and this comes in 42 shades. It is 1 ounce fluid product. I have more cons to this than pros. That's why it's number 5. So the pros to this foundation is it is full coverage. So if you do have blemishes or you just don't have great skin, it will cover. It definitely will cover 100%. The finish is beautiful. I think when you first apply it, it looks really pretty. I really love the satin matte finish. It does last a very long time on your skin. So those are my pros. My cons to this is definitely cake face. For me, it definitely makes me have cake face. I feel like it's a very heavy foundation. You feel it on your face. You feel like you're wearing foundation. It's one of those really full coverage, heavy cake face foundations, and it makes your pores look horrible. It does have a pump, which is really cool. The glass is a glass bottle, which is really nice. It looks kind of fancy. And I do love the brand Dose of Colors. But like I said, the cons kind of outweigh the pros for me with this one. So this is definitely the 5th foundation. And number 4 is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Longwear Foundation. This has 44 shades. I am in the color 3 Neutral. It has like a rose gold, it looks very luxe. The bottle is like a frosted glass. It does have a pump. It is rose gold. The top is really nice. It is $44. This is the highest foundation out of all the foundations I'm showing you today. This is the highest one, and that's why I ranked it at number 4. It does have some pros and cons. Let's go over those. Okay, so let's go over the pros first. The first pro, it is full coverage, which I do love a full coverage when I go on date night. It's very, very lightweight on the skin. You don't feel it. It covers anything you want it to cover. I think this would replace your Estee Lauder Double Wear is what I'm trying to say. It's really, really beautiful coverage. Let's talk about the cons. For me, the cons, it doesn't look, on the website it says that it doesn't even make you look like you have pores, kind of like it smooths out. What do they call it? Airbrush Flawless Look. You can still see my pores with this foundation. You definitely can still see my pores. And I feel like another con is the price. It's $44. So out of all the foundations that I'm showing you, it is the most expensive. So that's why I am saying that is a con. And yeah, so this is definitely number 4. So at number 3, we have the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation, $39, 1 ounce of product. I'm in the color 30NN, which is a really good color for me. Like I said, I do have combo skin. This has 50 shades. 50 shades, so it has a great shade range. The pros of the Urban Decay Stay Naked. My pores look smaller. I'm gonna take the top off when I show you this. My pores look so much smaller when I use this foundation. I am always amazed. Every time I use this foundation, my pores look smaller. Okay. It's very, very long wearing when you wear this. It will last you all day long. It does have a very, I don't feel like it has everybody says it has a matte. I feel like it's a satin matte or a natural finish. I don't really feel like it's matte. The cons of this product. This was tricky. This is why I almost put this one 4th and Charlotte Tilbury 3rd. I couldn't decide, and this is why. Okay. They say that this foundation is medium to full coverage. I'm going to 100% disagree with that. This is very light coverage. Even maybe you can get it to medium, but I couldn't. I try to build it and build it and build it, and I just kept using more and more foundation, and it just doesn't build. I remember at the beach having breakouts, and it did not cover it, and I had to go in with something like this or concealer to go over the breakouts. So if you don't have, like, if your skin is really bad that week, you're not gonna like this one as far as breakouts and stuff like that. Now, if you have perfect skin, or if your skin is looking okay, then this is gonna look beautiful on your skin. But my cons with this was definitely, it did not cover blemishes. It did not build. Everybody was saying it was medium to full. It is not medium to full. It is not medium to full. It is light to light medium. I will give you light medium, but it is not medium to full. No way. The last con, this one does have a lot more cons, I feel like, than everything else. And that's why I was like, but what I told you guys I look for in a foundation is the way it makes my skin look, as far as my pores looking smaller and how long it lasts. Those are my 2 main things. So if it can do those things, then I'm okay with it. But the last con I do want to say with this, I feel like you would go through this product a lot, because if you are trying to build it to a medium coverage, you are going to have to make a couple of pumps. One pump is not going to do it for you, hun, with this foundation. That is my review on that. Okay, we're down to my top 2 foundations. It was so hard. My top 2 foundations, you guys. Okay, let's go to number 2. It is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. And I guarantee you guys did not think I was going to like this, because it is supposed to be a luminous foundation. It does have a pump. It is glass. It does say foundation on the tube. I am honestly going to say it is not luminous. I have combo skin, so I don't feel like it's something that I can't wear. Now, there's been tons of foundation that say they're dewy and luminous, and I've tried it, and I looked disgustingly like an old grease ball. This one does not do that for me. This one, it's more like a natural luminous, kind of like a glow within. Maybe like you've worn your foundation for a little while longer than you actually have. It's just really, it's a pretty luminous. I want to say it's not, I don't like the word luminous when I have combo skin. Now, I feel like if you have oily skin, you know, you may not like this, but if you have combo, I have combo, I'm obsessed. If you have dry, I think you would love it. If you have normal, I think you will love it. Let's go ahead and talk about all the information first, and then we'll get to the pros and cons of this one. Okay, so the color I picked up was 150W, and the finish to me is natural. That's what I was trying to tell you guys. The finish to me is natural. It is not like super dewy, oily type. It is not like that. This is a little bit more than the other foundations as far as how much is in it. This is 1.0 fluid ounces, and it is $38 for this foundation. There's also 50 shades. This is definitely a medium coverage, or even if you want to do a light coverage, you're definitely going to be able to build this. Let's talk about the cons real quick. I couldn't think of any. The only con I could think about with this foundation, honestly, is so many people complain about how confusing the color shade match is. And I agree. I ordered mine online, but I took a gamble and I picked 150W. And you would think W meant warm, but this is the perfect shade for me. Okay, my pros. It's definitely medium coverage. I even feel like I can build it to a full coverage, honestly. Okay, the pores, my pores look so good with this foundation. They look smaller. They just look beautiful. I love the way my pores look with this foundation. I feel like it's a very beautiful finish to it. Like I said, it's more of a, to me, it's more of a natural skin finish. Second favorite foundation that I've tried, $38. I will link all these foundations in the description box down below if you want to buy one, or click on, check them out yourself, and the claims and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't really have any cons with this one, so it's a good thing. Okay guys, my number one foundation. Someone asked me recently what foundation I would recommend, and I definitely recommended this foundation I'm fixing to show you because I felt it was the best out of all the ones I've tried. And that is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. First of all, one of the pros of this foundation, I'm going to talk about so many pros because I literally put on here no cons. There's no cons to this one. So I have all pros. So let me talk about the pros for a minute. So I do want to say this is the cheapest foundation. Number one is the cheapest foundation. Can you believe that? You get the most product with the Fenty Beauty Filter Hydrating Foundation than you do with all the ones I just showed you. 1.008 fluid ounces, if I can speak English. The color I picked up in mine is 130. 130. The finish to me is a very a natural finish, kind of like, I feel like they're kind of similar in their finishes. This, it says hydrating and this is luminous, but honestly I feel like they're natural finishes. They're not too dewy, they're not too whatever, they're just right. I feel like they're just perfect. There's 50 shades in this as well, so a lot of range of shades for a lot of different skin tones, which is great. Now let's talk about more pros because I don't have any cons. Alright, so first pro, it's medium coverage. It can be built to full coverage. That is my first pro. The second one, it makes my pores look amazing. I love the way my pores look in this foundation. They look really small, which is amazing. That's really hard to find in a foundation for me. I will link that review for you guys if you want to check out my first impression. But it lasted me, I want to say 10 hours. 10 hours. And it still looked amazing on my skin. I didn't look oily. I didn't look greasy. Yeah, my pores looked great by the end of the night. Everything just looked so beautiful. I feel like this particular foundation would be good for oily skin, combo skin, dry skin, and normal skin. I feel like that is another pro. I feel like this type of foundation, anyone can wear it. If you do have oily skin and you don't like a natural finish, powder it. Put a setting spray on it, that type of thing. But yeah, this one is definitely a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Number one, if I had to recommend, two foundations for you guys, definitely this one has no cons. This one doesn't really either. You just gotta be careful with the shade range. So these two are absolutely my two favorites. If you're looking for new foundations, I really do enjoy these. Alright guys, I just want to say I love you to pieces, and I'll see you next time.